guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, and 70 Mounts Wood at the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Tennis Ace, Yuuichi's Path. So y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, we're up, and let's go. Alrighty. I'm pretty sure we overshot that goal there. Well, we literally have enough food to feed over a dozen people. I'm sure he's not going to be expecting that. I just hope your dad likes the food. After all, it's something fancy. He's been overseas for a while. I'm sure he's just been missing regular Japanese food. Well, in that case, we're probably safe. Of course we are. Plus, your food is so delicious. There's no way my dad would complain about it. Aw, thanks. There's a taxi pulling up in front of the house. Well, I guess that's him. I wonder how surprised he'll be when he sees all the people in here. Hopefully we don't end up giving him a heart attack. That's why I didn't tell people to jump out and yell surprise. Fair enough. Although, to be honest, I really can't imagine Takahiko-san being that surprised. He's always been a very unflappable man. The ultimate poker face. As soon as Takahiko-san opens the door and walks in, he freezes. His eyes widen a little as he scans the room, seeing all the people gathered here now with their attentions turned to him. What's going on here? It's a welcoming party. We decided to throw one for you since you were away for so long. Yuuichi gives his father a few taps on the back. Takahiko-san stares at him with furrowed brows. I can't tell whether he's confused or annoyed. How did you even manage to organize all this? Yuuichi helped me with the organization. I used your contact book to find the people to invite. Once I got in touch with one or two of your friends, finding the rest was easy. I see. He muttered dryly under his breath. It's been a while, Dad. It's good to see you again. Yes, it's good to see you too, I suppose. He scans the room another time, a small smile showing up on his face. This might not be the worst idea. The older husky makes a polite bow towards the crowd. Thank you for going along with my son's idea. This was a nice surprise indeed. Once he addresses them, his friends and coworkers start walking up to him, giving him little taps on the back, shaking his hand and chatting excitedly. Takahiko-san has a curt smile on his face the whole time. He's not the most emotive person I know, so it's hard to tell what he's feeling at times. Yuuichi once told me his father could be having the happiest day of his life, and at most he would just chuckle. Considering what I've learned about him over the years, I definitely take that to be true. Oh, and Yuuichi-kun. Yes? He bows once again, this time for me. Thank you for helping my idiot son organize this. Idiot son? What gives? He merely grins at Yuuichi's response. Oh, I know it will help you with your mood. Yuuichi walks away from us and goes towards the chafing dishes where the food was being kept. Here you go, Dad. I'm sure this will feel great for you after such a long flight. Yuuichi brings him a plate full of all the different foods I prepared for him today, presenting it to his father with glee. Takahiko-san eyes the plate suspiciously, hesitating for a second? Out of curiosity, who prepared this? Well, I wanted to, but Yuuichi told me it would be best if I handled the decoration since I'm better with that sort of thing. He ended up doing all the cooking on his own. The cake is the only thing he didn't make. Oh, in that case, this is okay. After ascertaining that his son had no hand in the preparation of the meal before him, Takahiko-san accepts the plate with a smile. Needless to say, being Yuuichi's father, Takahiko-san has been subjected to his son's lack of cooking skills far more often than I. I'm surprised he still chooses to keep it a secret. If I were in his shoes, I'd have told Yuuichi never to cook again much sooner. But then again, I also have had a lot of his food to eat in the past 12 years, and I've never said anything. I guess we're all spineless in the end. Ah, Yuuichi-kun, your cooking has improved a lot since I've last tasted it. Well, it has been a few years after all. I'm just glad you like it. Yuuichi and I had a lot of fun planning this party. I'm surprised you two managed to plan something like this and get all these people here. My coworkers are usually incredibly busy. Well, not all the people we invited could come. I think at least 1/3 of them had a decline. Still, it's pretty great, isn't it? Yes, I will admit it is. If you don't mind, I'm going to mingle with my friends and coworkers for a bit. I will come back to you two later. Of course, Dad, have fun. Let me just take this blazer off first, won't eat it inside my own house. Much better. Can't wait to take this damn thing off. I'll speak to you two later. Thank you for the party, Yuuichi-kun. Takahiko-san nods in my direction and walks away, quickly being engulfed by the mass of people in the room. That's weird. Why is he acting like I'm the one who organized the whole thing? He barely acknowledged you at all. Don't mind him. Dad's always like that. I don't remember him being like this when we were younger. People grow up. He can't treat me like a child forever. Getting recognition as being treated like a child? Since when? I don't know. It still doesn't sit well with me. He thanked the guests for coming, thanked me for organizing, and just kind of brushed you off. Will you just let it go? We're supposed to be enjoying ourselves here. How? We're alone in the middle of the most boring party ever. Hey! Oh, boo-hoo, don't get offended with that. Of course the party is going to be boring. It wasn't made with the two of us in mind. I mean, we're playing elevator music for crying out loud. I guess. But hey, at least we have good food. I guess that's a start. So, what are we supposed to do now? That is a good question. It'd be very useful if you could at least give a suggestion. What do you expect me to say? We can't just leave the party, and that would just piss Dad off. Can't we go to your room and do something in there? Play video games, maybe? It'd be great if we could, but Dad doesn't like it when I play video games after 8 p.m. What are you, a child? Don't look at me like that. I live in his house. The least I can do is follow his rules. Yeah, but this is a house, not a military boot camp. What do you know about the military? Shut up, that's not the point. Gotcha. All joking aside, though, I have no idea what we could do. Just hang around and chat like this? Boring. Gee, sorry I'm not interesting enough for you, Your Highness. Oh, come on, you know that's not what I meant. I hope she gets here soon. You hope who gets here soon? Oh, nothing. It's nothing, really. Yuuichi, who did you... Just then, the sound of the door echoes behind us. Big bro, how's the party going? Hitoka! The girl standing before us is Hitoka, Shuichi's little sister, and she crosses both of her arms, smiling smugly at her brother. A little bird told me you didn't want to invite me to this super cool party you're throwing. What gives? You called her over here behind my back. Siblings aren't supposed to ignore one another, so yeah, I called her over. I've got half a mind to clobber you on the head with a bat. Now, violence is never the answer. You're so dead. Seriously, Shuichi, why didn't you want to invite me? You throw a party for our dad and you don't put me on the guest list? I'm wounded. It's complicated. Oh, please, don't it's complicated me. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? Spill. Hitoka, what are you doing here this late at night? Does Mom know you're here? You know she doesn't want you and Dad spending time together. I'm not a child. I can spend time with my father if I want to, and Mom isn't going to stop that. Neither will you. She scowls, baring her fangs at Yuuichi. He merely watches her without reacting, not minding it one bit. Is that what this is about? You don't want to upset Mom? In a sense, I suppose you could say that. Geez, you're always overthinking things. That's only because you never think things over, so I have to compensate. By the way, Hitoka, why are you wearing your school uniform on a Saturday night? She smiles at the mention of her uniform, twirling around where she stands and giggling. Why wouldn't I wear it? It's adorable. Don't I look super cute in it? You do. I hadn't noticed. Ow! She punches him in the shoulder, making him yelp. What was that for? For being rude. Hitoka shifts her weight around between her feet, looming forward and staring up at him threateningly. Shuichi leans back and away from her. How was I rude? You're my big brother. Your job is to tell me I look cute no matter what. What? Where did you get such a crazy idea from? That is a big brother's #1 duty. Hitoka, I'm afraid of hearing the answer, but have you been drinking? Ow, that hurt! Good, maybe it'll knock some sense into your head. Guys, can you two dial it down a little? Oh, okay. She immediately turns around to face me, putting both of her arms behind her back and giggling cheerfully. I'll never understand women. That's why you can never find a girlfriend. Sure, that's why. Speaking of girlfriends... Oh no. Here it comes. Yuichi-kun, you're single again, right? How about you take me out somewhere? Isn't that a great idea? It'd be super fun, right? Hitoka starts pressing herself against me and giggling some more. I really don't think that'd be a good idea. Oh, why not? You've given tons of other girls a chance. Why not me? Am I not cute enough? That is really beside the point. Ha! Your older brother would rip my throat out. Then what's the point? I'm a really cute girl, right? Lots of guys in my old school wanted to date me. I've already had some hitting on me in the new school, too. I'm sure I'd be good enough for you. So beside the point. Shuichi, help! You invited her here without my consent. You deal with her. Don't talk about me like I'm some sort of problem you can just pass on to others. You hitting on Yuuichi has nothing to do with me. He already knows where I stand on this. He does? Oh, yes, I do. I still remember it quite clearly. Screw around with my sister and you won't live to regret it. I got the message loud and clear that day. Like I'd even consider it anyway. It just feels too incestuous. Hitoka-chan, why don't you go say hello to your dad? This is his party, after all. As if she just remembered it, she steps away from me, making a humming noise as if she were thinking something over. I guess you're right. I'll be back in a bit. Then I want to catch up, okay? It's been a while since the three of us hung out together. Sure, we'll be waiting. Dad, hi! She walks off, enthusiastically waving her arm to call her father's attention. She's still very intense. I'll say. Now, would you mind explaining to me just what my sister is doing here tonight? I decided it'd be better if you two talked over whatever issue you had that made you not want to invite her. So you're saying that you have no idea what my motives are, and yet you still thought you had the right to completely ignore my words and invited her anyway? Well, when you put it that way... There's no other way to put it, you moron! Ah! Yuuichi grabs me by the shoulder, shaking me violently. What the hell do you have in that head of yours, air? Was my simple instruction too hard to understand? I'm sorry. The hell you are. You still think you're justified. You're just saying what you think I want to hear. But I just couldn't sit around and let you blow her off because of some sibling squabble or whatever. There was no squabble, you jackass. I just didn't want her coming here today because I knew Dad would be in the bad mood after a long-ass flight and a failed trip, and I didn't want to risk him being rude to her. What? Why didn't you tell me? Because I don't need to go around telling you of all my family's problems, you moron. Are you going to keep insulting me all night? That depends. Are you going to keep being a dumbass all night? He has quite a wide array of insults memorized for when he's angry, doesn't he? I'm really, really sorry. Please calm down. No, I should whack you upside the head to see if that knocks some sense into you. You already said that. Because it's true. Ah! Oh man, it's been a while since I've had Yuuichi anger directed at me. You better hope Dad doesn't do or say anything to upset her. I swear to God, I'm taking it out on you. Ah! I'm screwed. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I shouldn't have done anything. Damn right you shouldn't have. Don't stick your nose into other people's business. If I say no, that means no. I'm sorry. I'm gonna head to the bathroom to wash my face. I need to cool off for a bit. Oh, okay. Man, I screwed up. I didn't think it'd be a big deal if I invited her to the party. I thought it'd be helping him. I really have to learn to keep out of other people's business. Hey, where's Yuuichi? He went off to the bathroom. Ah, got it. Her eyes immediately glue onto my face, examining every inch of it. Is there something on my face? Did you and my brother have a fight? What? What do you... Your eyes are red. You kind of look like you're about to cry. What? Well, maybe cry is an exaggeration, but still, you look pretty sad. She's always been a very perceptive girl. Not to mention the fact that she and Yuuichi are probably the people that know me best outside of my family. Was it because of me? Kinda. I got in hot water for inviting you when he told me not to. He was such a knucklehead sometimes. I should really give him a piece of my mind. Her tail lashes from one side to the other, fur bristled. Don't. He's already upset enough. Please don't give him a hard time. Her gaze softens when she sees the look on my face. Fine, but just because you asked me not to. Thank you, Hitoka-chan. Jeez, I was expecting him to be a little happier to see me. The two of us have barely talked the past few months. What? Really? Yeah, whenever I call him, he cuts the conversation short. If I try asking him to spend time with me, he just tells me he's busy and blows me off. It sucks. Yuuichi, what's going on with you? He's always been so devoted and kind to Hitoka. Things have never really been the same since the divorce. I guess he might have taken it harder than we thought. I don't know why, it was pretty clear why the two were splitting up, and it had nothing to do with Yuuichi. People don't have to feel personally guilty to feel bad, Hitoka-chan. She pouts, looking away from me. I guess not, but it still doesn't make sense to me. If you think things are bad between me and him, you should see how it is with Mom. He hasn't called or visited her since then. He hasn't? No, I know it's horrible for me to think it, but I'm afraid he might hate Mom for it. Thank you, now. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to have a quick shout out to lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all I do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman. Thank you going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks to our 3 gold tier patrons, Ziki, Toby, and Blue Wolf Alpha. Y'all are awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to Ultimate Tier. Anyway, if you want to get your names and credits, get access to all of our Safe for Work contents as little as $5. If you don't want to donate to our Patreon, you can donate using Super Thanks on YouTube. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!